I've been kind of on a lull recently with client work. Like the amount of people reaching out or existing clients, looking for some work to be done has kind of been going downhill. Just in like, the volume. Although I think I did a good job at the start of, working with clients and throughout of just kind of like positioning the client work I do, because that makes it a lot easier to work on projects. I rarely have a project that's not a good project for me to work on or something I'm not necessarily helpful in. It's a pretty low rate. I'm not sure what the actual rate is or what it is compared to others, but I feel like it's pretty well positioned. And another thing that happened recently though is that it's been picking up a little bit. Client outreach and some of the projects are a bit more interesting and kind of offer me some sort of an entry into some industries that I hadn't thought I'd be able to get into for a while. So it's pretty cool how it kind of came around. Some like opportunities from a while back or things I had kind of wanted to do are kind of starting to circle back around. It seems like that, so that's pretty cool. Also, I got a Buddy Boss affiliate commission, and I can't think of anywhere I've put my Buddy Boss affiliate links other than this lead opt-in thing I have, like a lead magnet, like give me your email and I'll give you a resource. I don't really like that concept at the moment, or my concept of like a mailing list is not really built out that much. Like I don't have a lot of segmenting. I'm just using a free MailChimp account to collect emails because Chris from Lifter said you should really have an email list going, and so or at least be collecting emails. And so I did get a Buddy Boss affiliate commission for like $60, and I don't think I've put the link anywhere but in my lead magnet. So that's kind of cool. Like that's actually passive income right there, like purely passive income that I never expected. Of course, I was planning on making some videos about Buddy Boss, but those haven't come to fruition yet. So it's cool to see like something completely passive just make me $60 out of nowhere. And yeah, so that kind of gives me some sort of hope or whatever for some passive work. And so otherwise the house closing is just going the same, just waiting on a title company to kind of get some more details figured out about when we're going to be able to meet and close on the house, which would be cool because I have like a record. I might be able to set up some sort of recording studio over there to get more video content out. One thing I've kind of acknowledged is that might be some sort of an excuse, like I don't need to record videos now because once I get the house I'll be able to record in there. That might be some sort of like an excuse, I guess. So getting on recording more videos is something I think I should do, but not necessarily for the sake of recording videos, more for the sake of making money. And making the Lifter LMS Elementor course is something I still haven't made progress on since I talked about it last, like maybe 2 weeks ago now. So yeah, like I'm really stuck on that one, just like feeling like I don't know what to make the course about or like what topics to cover. If I should take a more sales-oriented approach to my lessons, which is what I ended up on, where like each lesson is like a interesting sounding video to itself, but it might not be what makes the sale for a customer, and just sort of figuring out what people are looking for in that course is something I am sort of like, I guess, like toiling with in my own mind, is like what kind of lessons should I include in the course, how long should it be, and whatnot. So yeah, I guess at the moment I think I'm just going to end up taking a shot in the dark and going with what like just pretty much a bunch of YouTube videos combined into a course and see how it goes, or like topics of YouTube videos, like the 3 things you can do with Elementor Lifter LMS quizzes or something like that, for example, as the title of a lesson. And I guess I'll kind of see how it goes. Also, another thought is that I've been uncomfortable in general spending money for the last like few years. Like back in 2017, I like spent all of my money, like the $3,000 or whatever I had, doing like business stuff, hiring some people on Upwork to do things like making blog posts for like just business idea type stuff, like an online course site about SEO that never fully got finished, and things like that. And so ever since I was like broke at that point, I have just been like scrimping and saving to the point now where I have about like $50,000 and can afford to buy a house. But another thing that I have yet to consider is like my approach to spending money, because like as I've been learning recently from people like Garrett Gunderson about like the rich invest in things that return money. So for example, like a rental property would be like where you invest in the property, and if the property produces more money via rent or whatever, month after month, then the debt you have, like the mortgage on the property, let's say the mortgage is like $800 a month plus some additional expenses might take you up to $1,000 a month, and then the property produces $1,100 a month, in rent or whatever, then the $1,100 more than pays back the $1,000 in per month in expenses, and then you have an additional $100 on top of that. So that's like a cash flow asset. And investing in like cash flow assets or whatever is something that is interesting to me. And so the idea of just spending money on things that make money is something I'm not totally comfortable with, but I'm trying to get more comfortable with. And part of that is coming up with some sort of budget for myself, or something I'm going to try is coming up with a budget for myself. Like 3% of my monthly income I can spend on things like just recreation type things. 3%, which my current income, about $40,000 a year, would leave me with about $100 a month for that. And then I was thinking maybe like 7% would be for like business expense type stuff. So 7% I believe is about $250 a month that I have to spend on something that is tax deductible as a business expense. So that would be like this month I'm probably going to spend some money on Google Ads for my YouTube videos and try and figure out a little bit about how that kind of thing works. But spending 7% of my budget monthly income on something that is like a business expense that might help me generate cash flow is something I'm trying to get more comfortable with, and that's just an idea to implement. 7% of my monthly income dedicated to reinvesting.